Alright, hi everybody, it's Bonkai922. Okay, I did a few, Katara, yo! Giganto, Makaya. Those will be uploaded probably, I'm thinking tomorrow. First thing tomorrow, I'll do them. I'll upload those. Okay, this though. Now, this week's Big Three was, true to form, very lackluster. Bleach was not doing it for me. This week's Bleach chapter was very, because all we really got was Rukia, but okay, yeah, she beats Fine Baka. And there wasn't really anything to suggest, oh, this was a great chapter for Bleach. So I gave it a 3.5. Now, I just read, because I only read the raw of One Piece. I didn't read, this was the first time reading the translated on Manga Stream. So I read it. This is going to be the One Piece review. Truth be told, I don't see what the problem is. A lot of people were complaining about this chapter. Said it sucked. And I'm like, okay. Can you explain to me what sucked about it? I mean, from my point of view, from what happened in this chapter, we had pretty much, it was, and that's probably why it sucked. This essentially was all about Soldier-san and Rebecca. That's what this chapter was about. True to form. That's probably why people said it sucked. But I will say this. The feels were real in this chapter. Regardless of what people have to say. So, I'm going to go against the grain. I'm giving this a 4. Yeah. I'm going to give this a 4 out of 5. No, serious. True shit. I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5. Because no matter how you look at it, even though, okay, yeah, it was alright, but the feels were there. They were there. You know, they really were. And there is probably only one reason that I would give this chapter a 3.5. And that reason is this whole thing that was pretty much suggested in the chapter. Because this was shown in the beginning of Dressrosa. Very beginning. When Luffy first showed up, he was going into the tournament, all that stuff. That's when it first showed up. Fix myself here. That's when it first showed up. Now, when it first showed up, he walked up to this statue thing, and the statue said Kairos. Remember that? Okay. That was brought up in this chapter, and pretty much what the dilly was that Kairos is Soldier-san. But the reason why, see, this is what was really weird. I believe it was Rebecca who said it to him, saying, "Oh, that's just the fifth. That person doesn't exist. It's fictitious." You know, and I'm not really gonna go word for word on this thing, but in the beginning, it was just the thing collapsed. The executive tower. We saw Robin's sexy ass. And you know we saw that the Treble had trapped all the dwarfs, and then he basically said it was flammable, and he blew them all up, the dwarfs. And you see Leo, and he's in shambles, and telling Usopp, we have to complete our mission. Captain is waiting for us. Now, the captain they're talking about is Soldier-san. My reasonings for giving this a 4 out of 5, I will say this right now. It's not because of the reveal of Soldier-san as Kairos. That's not why I'm giving this a 4 out of 5. Giving this a 4 out of 5 because of the feels with Rebecca, and because of something else. this other reveal that was revealed, which is that Soldier-san didn't complete the contract with Sugar. So essentially, he was, better for term, the beaming light of hope for the soldier, for the toys, for the, in some weird way, the dwarfs as well. So he was this hope because he didn't complete the contract. So that's really part of the reason why I'm giving this a 4 out of 5. Now, it was, weird because, everybody was, and we get a flashback here saying that, he brought down, Doflamingo is no longer, and he says it's all misinformation, and basically, we get a flashback with Rebecca, and she's talking to Soldier-san, saying that it isn't hope, that's a wall of despair. The undefeated gladiator of 3,000 wins, Kairos. Everyone's already realized that brown statue represents nothing but a lie, and saying that he's a fictitious ideal soldier. Now, this is the problem. She believes that. She believes that 100%. He does not exist. He does. And listen, I'm not going to hate on Rebecca, but she was kind of, I understand what she was kind of being, a bitch. I'm sorry. But, she says, you're not my real father to Soldier-san and shit. And all this other stuff. And I'm like, come on. And essentially, he's denying her doing the tournament and saying, you're still just a child, you must heed my advice. Because supposedly she's barely 16. I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? Like, you take a look at her when you first see her in the anime, what she's wearing. You're telling me she's barely 16? Anime, manga, logic. Anyway, moving on. So he's basically telling her that, so to speak. And you're not and she's crying and you're not even my real father. You're not the one who's going to get burnt to because of your stupid operation. There's no way I can win against someone. There's no way you can win against someone like Doflamingo. You're all nothing but a toy soldier. And he's like, you're quite right. No, I know I have no right to tell you what to do. I just pray you choose wisely not to participate. And she's like, don't, I have this feeling that you're walking right to your death. It's frightening. And to some extent, this is probably going to be a thumbnail with her crying and everything. I figured I might as well do it that way. I understand Rebecca's feelings here. She believes that Kairos doesn't exist. And you're not my real father. And here's the thing. He is, kind of, but she doesn't know. I believe so. I believe that was revealed later on in the arc. I could be wrong, but some of them wrong. But anyway, she's got to like take a step back to think about this, Rebecca. But also the other thing in this chapter that kind of confused me was the thing in the tournament. Diamante began to talk about her mother, which I didn't understand also. But, he basically says that, and he walks away, and she's like saying, wait for me, Soldier-san, and everything. And then she's fighting Diamante in the arena, and he basically tells her as she swings at him with her sword, this ring is a place of life and death. If you can't spill blood, then you're going to bleed. And she starts bleeding, and she's fallen to the ground. Rebecca. And then we see Bartolomeu and you know who. Little thing there. Anyway, And they're basically ready. He tells Bartolomeo to protect that girl. And Diamante talked about her mother, Scarlet. And he's basically saying that even I got a bit emotional seeing that toy soldier cry and wail like that. And saying that he could not protect her mother, blah, blah, blah. And we go back to the fight with Lao Ji. I forgot to mention he's fighting Lao Ji. Soldier-san gets taken away by Kabo, which is that bug thing. And saying to him, they're basically telling him, we cannot fight without you. There's no one other like you, Captain. Please trust in us. And so on and so forth. So they're basically taking him away from Lao Ji. And then we get into the explanation. He explains to Usopp, Leo, that essentially he didn't do the contract. Soldier-san. He didn't do the contract. He's the only toy out of all the toys who didn't do the contract. Yeah. Now, I can only imagine where this is going to go. And then basically we leave with that. And he's basically saying that. It goes for Atana Zora. If we ignore his cries, this country will be beyond saving. He is worthy of the faith we place in him. And he basically brings up the point that he is the person, his name, when he was a big person, his name was Kairos. The strongest gladiator in the history of the Colosseum. That is our captain. This is the true identity of our hopes. Now, I can understand why people thought that the One Piece chapter wasn't great. They said it sucked. But, like I said, I'm going against the grain. I'm going to say it was a good chapter. To a certain extent. Why? Because a few shits were revealed. You know. Okay, people were complaining about it. You can't deny the feels. Rebecca crying and all that shit? You can't deny that stuff. Come on. You know? Now, we'll see how this goes. I'm guessing they're gonna try to get him to fight Sugar or Treble. I really don't know. You really don't know this. But we'll see how this goes. Now, as far as I'm concerned, yeah, that's probably why people didn't like this chapter. Because it was all about Rebecca and it was all about Soldier-san. But still, you gotta look at it this way. Soldier-san, to the dwarfs, to the Tantantas, to the toys, in their eyes, he is their Luffy. That's the way I look at it. From a weird extent, from a weird angle, I look at it that way. In a kind of funny way, I look at it that way. But overall, like I said, 4 out of 5 I'm going to give it. Going against the grain here, I know. The comments are going to say, Bankai, you're wrong, this chapter sucked. But you cannot deny the feels, and you cannot deny one fact. Soldier-san is a very, 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 very important character in this arc. He really is. He's very inspirational for the dwarves. He's very inspirational for the toys. That's the way I look at it. But we'll see how this goes down as we go into next week's chapter. I mean, like I said, the big three this week was Naruto. Obito, why Obito? You know, it's just, but unlike, I mean, One Piece was, but unlike One Piece, Bleach had a good setup for next week. So Bleach should be very good next week. I'm hoping One Piece we get some more action in here. But, I mean, that's just the way I see it, people. Take it or leave it. So, yeah. Bankai 922. See you guys later. I will upload this and Bleach at the same time. And then that's that. So yeah. And Rebecca, listen, I still can't believe this bitch is 16. Yeah, she's 16? Sign me up. Because I really doubt you'd find a 16 girl walking around with... Don't leave. Come on. That's crazy. I'm Bonkai Knight 22, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.